Hi everyone, it's Christina. So to begin your nighttime routine, start in downward facing dog, and you can have a bend in your knees here to protect your hamstrings and just start to breathe in and out through your nose. Raise your left leg coming into three-legged dog and then open your hip wide, bending your knee and allow your foot to take your leg over, stretching the front of your left hip and your hip socket and just any tension in that area. So just breathe as you stretch over and then take that leg back to the center and put it down, stepping it back into downward facing dog, lifting your right leg and opening that hip, bending your knee, allowing the weight of your foot to take your leg over, stretching the right hip socket. Keep your hands firm on the floor, just stretching your leg and your hip and breathing as you do so. Take one more deep breath here and then bring your leg back to center, setting it down into downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale and exhale here, and then set your knees down onto the floor, touch your toes, sit your hips back onto your heels, and relax your torso over into child's pose. You can leave your arms stretching forward if you'd like, but just begin to relax. Try not to be too forceful during this sequence. The whole aim is to wind yourself down and get ready for bed. So come now to lift your hips up, tuck your toes, and walk your hands forward about 6 inches, bringing your forehead down onto the floor. Just stretching out your chest, the backs of your arms, your upper back, and just completely surrender to this pose. You're also stretching your hips, getting into those hip sockets once again, and also the bottoms of your feet, which is where we hold a lot of tension as well. So come back onto your hands, lifting up your head, bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. Take your right arm and thread it underneath your left, coming into an upper back twist. As you're here, breathe into your upper back as it twists around, gently resting on your ear and the side of your arm. And keep your hips even above you, keeping your legs and your hips in one place. You're just twisting your torso over. Take a few more deep breaths here, and then slowly coming back to center, lifting yourself back up and coming into the other side. Thread your left arm underneath your right. Rest on your left ear and the outer edge of your left arm, keeping your hips even up above. As you're twisting around, really try and get into those shoulder blades and the muscles there, breathing into that space and releasing out tension, any gripping, any discomfort, using your breath to help you, and just staying here for one more breath, slowly coming back up to center. Untucking your toes, come to the tops of your feet and touch your toes together. Sit your hips back onto your heels, bringing your torso over your thighs, and you can bring the tops of your arms to the ground, setting your arms next to you, and breathe here in child's pose. You can close your eyes and just begin to center yourself once again, coming inward, beginning to calm yourself down, unwind, getting ready for sleep. And take one more breath here and slowly bring your torso back upright, coming to sitting on a blanket and crossing your shins in front of you. Bring your hands to your knees and sit up tall. Take a deep breath and drop your chin to your chest, coming into some neck rolls, so rolling your head around to the right, drawing circles in the air with your nose, just working gently through your neck muscles. This is one of the first places we hold tension throughout the day. So if ever there's a stressful situation, we tend to grip in our shoulders and our neck. So it's really important before bed, especially if you're really stressed out, to just work through those muscles in your neck and try and release the tension there. So as you do this, just keep breathing deeply and gently working through. Take this time for you, just for yourself, no one else, allowing your body to unwind as well as your mind. And now coming to the other side, so drop your chin to your chest and roll to the left. It's very important to spend a lot of time taking care of this area of your body, especially since we all tend to lead very stressful lives nowadays, and releasing out tension definitely does help you sleep. So it's very important to take care and really pay attention to this area of your body. It may seem very insignificant because it's such a small portion of your muscles, but it definitely makes all the difference. I notice in my students in class They feel so much better after this portion of the class. So I would highly, highly recommend taking the time every night before bed to do this sequence and just really take care of yourself. Ending out your final roll, drop your chin to your chest and allow the weight of your head to stretch out the back of your neck. Slowly lift your head back upright, coming into some shoulder rolls now. So rolling your shoulders backwards, gently working through the front of your chest, the front of your shoulders, and send your breath to that space and allow your exhales to release out the muscle fibers, gently, softly removing tension from that space and any gripping you might be experiencing. And coming into the other side, so rolling them up and forward now. And now we'll pay attention mainly to our shoulder blades and the muscles there. So this time, send your breath to the back, to your upper back. Work through the muscles over your shoulder blades. And come to settle in stillness, stretching your legs out in front of you. Take a deep breath, and on your exhale, fold your torso over your legs, wrapping wherever you can on your shins or your ankles or your feet, and just breathing as you stretch your lower back, your upper back, the backs of your legs, and your hip sockets. Try and keep as much length in your spine as possible, so try not to hunch over as you stretch, and just breathe here, coming down, coming inward. Do what you need. If you need to move around to get into those muscles, then you can do that as well. Take a few more deep inhales and exhales in this position, really using your exhales to stretch. And then slowly coming upright. Take your left leg and cross it over your right, bending your right leg in towards your hip if you can, if that's available to you. Staying here and coming into a twist. So bring your right arm to your left leg and your left arm behind you. Inhaling, finding length through your spine, and exhaling, deeply twisting a bit more. So every time you breathe, go through this pattern, find length through your inhales, and find a deeper twist in your exhales. You'll want to keep your hips even, just twisting your torso around. Take one more breath here and slowly bring your torso back around to center, coming into an open twist now. So bring your left arm to your left leg, your right arm behind you. Still keep those hips even on the floor. And just breathe around, finding length through your inhales and finding a deeper twist on your exhales. Breathing into your hips and your back, just allowing yourself to relax and unwind. On your inhale, coming back to center with your torso and coming straight into the other side. So take your right leg and cross it over your left. Bend your left knee in if that's available to you at this time. And twisting over, bringing your left arm to your right leg, your right arm behind you. Inhale, find length, lifting up. Exhale, deepen your twist. And with each inhale and exhale, continue with that breath pattern. Keeping both hips even on the ground, twisting completely around, aiming to look backwards behind you to complete the twist of your spine, and just breathing into your back gently and slowly. Take one more deep breath here, and then slowly unwinding back to the center, coming into your open twist. Bring your right arm to your right leg, your left arm behind you. Take an inhale, lengthen up through your spine. On your exhale, deepen your twist. Bring your shoulders back to center now, unwinding from the twist. Bring your feet to meet in the center and your knees out to the side, coming into Baddha Konasana. And on your exhale, fold your torso over towards your feet, trying not to overly hunch your back. Breathing here, just completely unwinding now. You should be feeling your stretch in your hips, your inner thighs, the backs of your legs. As you're breathing, use your exhales to deeply get into that space and just continue to relax. You can close your eyes if you'd like to. And now slowly bring your torso back upright and come to lying on your back. Hug your knees into your chest and you can rock from side to side if you'd like as you hold your shins And just allow the floor to lightly massage your lower back if that's comfortable for you. If not, just stay still. Keep some energy in your feet. Breathe into your hips and the backs of your legs and just settle here for a moment. Come into happy baby now. So take your knees and hug them even further into your chest and then grab the outer edges of your feet and stay here. This is just a bit of a deeper hip stretch and stretch for your glutes, stretch for your hamstrings. If you are not able to reach your feet, you can always just bring your knees out a little wider as I've done and grab the backs of your knees, so behind your knees. Whether you're holding your feet or not, the whole point is just to get a little deeper into your hips and release out tension from your hip sockets. So take a few more deep inhales and exhales here. And then slowly bring your knees back in towards the center of your body, holding onto your shins once again, and rock from side to side if you'd like, gently massaging out your lower back. Now take your right leg, bring your ankle to your left thigh, and then grab your left shin and hug your knee in towards your chest. You can use your elbow, your right elbow, on your right knee to help that knee turn out a bit more. Just get a bit deeper into the outer edge of your right hip as you're stretching your left hip socket in towards your body. Try and keep your low back flat on the floor. And if you need to grab behind your knee, once again, instead of holding your shin, you can do that as well. And just keep breathing deeply as you stretch here. Now releasing your legs and coming into the other side, cross your left ankle over your right thigh, grab your right shin or behind your right knee, and hug that knee in towards your chest. If you'd like to use your left elbow to help turn out your left knee, then do so now. But if not, just stay here, keep your low back flat on the floor, and breathe. Keep breathing deeply, using your exhales to deepen your stretch. As you're here, just calming down, trying not to overexert, getting ready for sleep, and then slowly release your legs and come back to hugging your knees in towards your chest. You can take your knees now and drop them over to the left side of your body, coming into a twist, looking over to the right with your head and reaching your right arm out. And breathing here as you twist around, keeping your knees stacked on top of each other. Your spine is in one straight line, just twisting around. So, as before, trying not to overexert too much energy. You're just relaxing now, calming down, winding your body down. If you feel any discomfort in your twist as you stretch around, just use your breath, breathe through it. That's just the tension releasing, and any gripping might be releasing as well in your muscles. So, just use your breath and try and breathe through it. If you want to close your eyes, you can do that as well. Just really come inside your body now, bring your attention inward, and then bring your knees back to center and your head back to center, coming into the other side. So, twisting your knees over to the right, and then looking with your gaze over to the left, reaching your arm out to the side, and just breathing here now as you twist in the opposite direction. Really work with your breath. Use your breath to your advantage. The more relaxed your muscles are before bedtime, the better you'll sleep. So start now using your breath to release out those muscles and relax your muscles and your whole body deeper and deeper as you breathe. And now come back to center. I'll give you two options for the final meditation. You can either come into a traditional Shavasana with your legs stretched out, separate them slightly apart, turn your palms up towards the ceiling, close your eyes, and once again come inward, continuing with the pattern of deepening your breath, focusing on your inhales and exhales. You also have the option of coming into legs up the wall pose or Viparita Karani. So if you choose this option, place a blanket or a towel underneath your lower back. Bring your legs up to straight and just relax, closing your eyes and coming to focusing on your breath, just as if you were in Shavasana. So bring your attention inward and breathe deeply, completely relaxing. And stay here in this final meditation in whichever pose you've chosen for as long as you'd like. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great night's sleep. Namaste.